you doing?
So I managed to get those 2 minnows transferred into the aquarium. It wasn't an easy task. It was Aquapala versus 2 minnows. But I managed with 2 nets. I got them. And I got them transferred. And they weren't happy at all because they had been in that pond for 5 years, right? So they kind of went berserk at first. But they're settled in now. I also got the new tank set up, and I just wanted to show you the 3 beams that we have it resting on. 2x4s, one horizontal 2x4 and one vertical makes up each beam. And then we used to have slats there, but now we have a sheet of plywood, which was more suitable for the tank. And there you have the brand new tank is on its platform. Yay!
Now, the reason I didn't upload last week was because the weather was so bad. We had freezing temperatures, more than a foot of snow. That's like more than 30 centimeters of snow. And my substrate is outside in a tote, one of those plastic container things with a lid. So my substrate was frozen and covered with snow. And it's only just now starting to thaw out, so I'll probably tackle that this week. I'm going to put some dirt down, an inch of soil, and then 2 inches of sand. And I still have yet to wash the sand, so I'm a little bit behinder than I wanted to be. But, oh well, it's going to come along. I've got the tank up now, and that's a good part of the project done. So I'm happy with that. So I think I told you guys that I got some heater controller. I got a heater controller. I think I've told you that already. And then this week I bought some matrix. I've never used CCAM matrix before, but I've heard good things about it. And the reason I'm using it even in a dirted tank is because I want to have a fairly heavy stocking of fish. So I just want to make sure that, I don't have any problems, just in case. And I'm thinking that for the outdoor pond this summer, I'm going to get the pond matrix. It's a little bit larger, granules. It's not granules, whatever they are. A little bit bigger matrix. Yeah. But you know what? I heard in the news that Florida was having some trouble with red algae on the west coast, the Caribbean side, not the Atlantic side. And I was thinking, they should get CCAM to make them an ocean matrix, and they could dump it in the ocean, and that would solve the problem. I'm kidding. Okay? You know how much matrix that would take to make even a small dent in the ocean? Oh my goodness. But they do have an artificial reef program, I find that very interesting. I don't think it's going ahead too fast because, come on, to build a reef, that's not an easy task, right? But it sounds good on paper. I think it would be wonderful. I could see an artificial reef solving a lot of problems, actually. But they're not easy to build. But the thing is, and this applies to our hobby as well, it's not how much pollution you have in your water, it's how much bacteria you have working on that pollution. So, it's one thing to say we have to tell the farmers not to use so much fertilizer and it's getting washed down to the ocean, but they're trying to make money. They're going to keep doing whatever they have to make money, right? So what can you do? The same sort of thing has happened in Tobago. there used to be a nice reef there, because I spent the first 20 years of my life in Trinidad, and so there was a few times when I went to the reef, Bucko Reef in Tobago. And even when I went, it wasn't spectacular. It was nice, but it wasn't spectacular anymore. But I hear it's really covered in algae now. And what happens is that right next to the land, there's a mangrove swamp. So I think it's brackish water. I believe it's brackish, yeah. And then the reef. So they have a whole lot of ecosystems going on. And it used to be very interesting and very nice. But now on the land, they have cattle farming, fish processing, and then the people who live there have these septic tanks that aren't really set up right. So you get all that half-baked sewage going down to the... Just the thought of that makes me, that sounds awful. But anyway, the reef is covered in algae now, and I'm not sure what they're actually trying to do about it. I don't think anybody, some people care, yeah. Some people do care, but there's not a whole lot you can do to change things, at least not fast, But the change comes very, very slowly. So yeah, so I just thought that would be interesting to talk about algae in the ocean, because we have that problem too, don't we? But when you have algae, you know what the problem is. There's too many nutrients in your water for the light you have. You can either cut down on your light or cut down on nutrients. But if you have lots and lots of bacteria, they will deal with the nutrients. And that's one way to solve your algae problems. Okay, I will talk to you next time. Thank you for being with me. So next time we will start putting in substrate in this here old tank. And it's a brand new tank, not an old tank. We're going to start putting in the substrate. I'm going to go very slowly with this project because I don't want any problems. So I'm going to put in the substrate, let that settle in, and then a couple weeks after that, plant it up and wait another couple weeks and then stock it. So it's going to take a good month to finish the project. But I think it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting progress, okay? And yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. See you next time. Bye.